comes to my man, son, ask her, do you wanna, but I never even tried. I sit here and wonder if we are sharing a different world, and are these TV emotions making the channels swirl, and I'm in love with everybody's girl. Everybody's girl. Oh yeah, everybody's girl.
Great song. Love that song. That is the Dwarves. The name of the song is Everybody's Girl, and I can't tell you what album it's on because I don't know. It's on one of the compilations from not Lollapalooza, but like Warped Tour or something. It's on one of those. Good band. Great song. Love it. How is everyone tonight, folks? We're not doing beer. I only held up the beer to show you what I'm drinking. That's, shit to Belgian triple. She's running 8.5. So, gotta suffer, you gotta suffer. I do come with good tidings to you, my friends. Well, on this side of the pond, we've been buried under all the bullshit. Oh, excuse me. As much as I love the beer, sometimes it don't love me back. Well, we've been stuck on the pond. Roll this back. We already know that the MSN, the legacy media, the lamestream media, the 5 corporations that control 95% of the information on the planet, the infotainment news channels, if you will. We already know they're only going to tell us what they want us to see. This is why there is such a big push for censorship in the alt news arena. There was a guy on mine who called me a journalist, and I was like, dude, I'm not a journalist. I'm a guy who just shitposts on the fucking internet. I only put up what I think is interesting anyway, and that's why we're here. I bring you good tidings from the other side of the pond, which you probably haven't seen. So a couple of weeks ago, you saw that they were mandating the lockdown in Paris, like 2 weeks ago. And you also saw that people were flying. Well, they weren't flying because the freeways and the roadways were packed. Bumper to bumper, jam-packed, hours-long delays of people getting out of Paris before the lockdown because they were like, I've had enough of this corona crap. I'm sitting out here and I'm just stealing memes off the internet and jamming some tunes and having a beer or two, relaxing. And there's good news on the horizon, my friends. As much as we make fun of our cousins across the pond because we don't believe they're doing enough and we think that they're dumb and they don't understand, and not true. See, that there's that big anti-EU faction out there that really doesn't like the status quo that's going on in Europe. I can't say as I blame them. I'd be pissed as hell. So remember, the UK voted for Brexit. The Germans aren't particularly thrilled with Frau Merkel and her Nazi-esque plans. I'm just trying to adjust the light so the camera doesn't continually autofocus. Maybe that won't be any better. Yeah, now I'm way viciously overlit. Sorry, folks. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am a good-looking fella, but do you really need to see that much of me? Maybe you do. Well, I'm going through the feed today, and there's apparently some protests, peaceful protests. No, that I have jaundice. That's a little better skin color-wise. That ain't much better. In Paris, London, Frankfurt, Narns, other parts around Europe, the people have gone out and started protesting. Now remember, this whole Corona thing killed the Hong Kong protests. Pre-Corona, Hong Kong was in an absolute fucking shit show lockdown standstill. And people are always saying, oh, it's just an accidental release. It's a completely natural disease. They got it from a scaly anteater or a bat. And I believe none of that shit. Right after this came out, there was a lot of chatter going around in Tinfoil Hatland, which is where I tend to reside most of the time. It's not a bad place, provided you're willing to gather as much information as you can. Toss off the outliers, right? Get rid of those outside parts of the bell curve, kind of stick to the middle, you pretty much get a clearer picture. China was more than willing to oops the Rona for two reasons. Trump was fucking crushing them with tariffs and in trade. And they really needed to end the protests in Hong Kong because China came in and decided they were going to take over 52 years before the treaty said they were allowed to. Fucking communists, dude. Well, I think I might be blowing back and biting them in the ass. Because now, things are getting crazy here. There was a video today, made me laugh. Dog, I'm on the camera. Made me laugh. A guy walks into a convenience store, and the guy behind the counter says, dude, you have a mask? He goes, yeah, I have a mask. When you put it on, he goes, no, but I have a mask. See, here it is. He holds it up. The guy behind the counter goes, dude, look, you got to do me a favor. You got to put it on. He goes, okay, I'll put it on. Puts it on top of his head, and then he goes and he fucking finishes shopping. Funny as hell. Seeing more and more of that. Before they issued the orders for stand online with your thumb in your ass at the Costco before we'll let you in. I was in there 2-3 weeks ago, and there was a lady walking around no mask whatsoever, and I was like, I am proud of you, ma'am. You are a good American. And I didn't have mine on because when they ask me, I say, well, I have respiratory issues, not that it's any of your fucking business. And then people get upset. And then if they ask you, well, I tell them, did you get gassed? Do you have massive fucking lung scarring from being gassed? Because I look like I'm a military guy or an ex-military guy or something, then people suck it up their ass and shut the fuck up. I'm not. Never served. I don't claim false valor. It's not my thing. I had a guy and his wife hit me up about a month ago. I was drinking in a bar with my friend Todd G. On the way out, the guy and his wife goes, hey, settle a bet for us. Okay. What branch should you serve in? I said, no. I grew up in New York in the 70s, okay? It's the end of the Vietnam War. New York's a fucking Democrat shithole. When you're a kid, you don't fucking know any better. You buy into the herd mentality, the cognitive dissonance. I didn't spit on soldiers because in my family, that would have got you fucking beaten into a grave. But I didn't sign up either. Is what it is. Plus, by then they weren't taking anybody that had an IQ above room temperature, so as I'm going through the news feed, I'm seeing impressive numbers of people out in the streets protesting the shutdown, the lockdown, the corona, the pandemic, and they're fucking done. And they're Europeans. I'll cut the English some slack. They have some kind of balls once in a while. I did not expect it from the French. And they're out there. They are in force. There are, where we have idiots that burn shit down, they have people out there with road flares. You see an awful lot of red glow marching down the street. These people ain't fucking around. Germany, same thing. So, take heart. This is how I read it. If the people in Germany and France, the UK, and those are just the ones I saw, I'm sure this is happening in other places as well, it just didn't hit my feed, are sick of the globalist bullshit, the world might actually have, the globe, society might actually have that wake-up moment. Has nothing to do with the election. Doesn't matter if it does, doesn't matter if it doesn't. I'm staying the fuck away from that bullshit. But I do like the fact that the rest of the world is waking up. And that's the good news for tonight. Folks, you have a good rest of the weekend. I will catch you up the next time I got some bullshit to spew. In the meantime, fuck you, YouTube. Copyright infringement. You can't monetize a video. Eat my asshole. Susan Wiki Wiki. We'll see you in the next one, folks. Let's go.